Hello there, friendly friends. I did a Greg Answers Questions all video response edition this past Saturday. If you didn't see it, there's the link. You can check that out. But one of the questions was pretty detailed, like the answer will be detailed. So I've decided to answer it in this video. This was the question from Hindsight TV.
Dan asks a question, cause you answer questions. Dan asks a question of you. Yeah!
Greg Benson, what are you doing in my kitchen? What video equipment do you use to actually make your videos? Is it a Steadicam video, or is it basically like a handheld digital camera that's super awesome? Also, subsequently, what audio equipment do you use to record, edit that audio, and what video editing equipment do you use?
So thanks for that, Hindsight TV. I'm going to guide you guys through all the equipment that I have, that I've collected over the years, that I use. Right now, this video is being shot with a Canon T2i, which is a digital SLR camera, and I'm going to just shoot it right here with this flip so you can see what it looks like. This is Greg, my buddy Greg, shooting this. Thank you, Greg. And then this is the that's the Canon T2i right there, and there's my dog. And but basically that's it. We're just using the lens that came with the camera. It's just, you know, kind of a standard zoom lens that came with that camera. But that is a great camera, and I use it for the stuff that I want to make look as good as possible. We're also recording audio with that camera right now, so the audio you're hearing is with the camera mic. It is regarded as a poor quality microphone, but I wanted you guys to hear what that sounds like, so that when we get to the audio portion, I can show you why I use an external digital recorder. First, we're going to go over cameras. So that's the Canon T2i. When I want to shoot easy daily vlogs, well, now I will shoot with the HD video on my iPhone 4. I also have two flip cameras. On the left is a Flip Ultra HD, and on the right is a Flip Mino. They both basically do the same thing, except the Flip Mino is a little smaller, and the Flip Ultra, this one here, shoots in stereo. The color is a little bit better. I think the audio is a little screwed up with the Ultra, so sometimes I prefer to shoot with the Mino. It's smaller, fits in my pocket. But those are really simple cameras. I personally think that flip cameras are going to be obsolete within a few years, because now that the iPhone 4 and so many smartphones have cameras on them, there's kind of no reason for these little cameras anymore. Alright, so besides the T2i, which I use now for some of my shorts that I like to make look really good, I use the T2i, or sometimes a buddy of mine has the Canon 5D, which looks even better because it's got a larger sensor, and he's got really good Nikon prime lenses for it. We'll shoot with that, but this is what I used to shoot the second season of Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show, and a lot of my shorts that were shot in HD. This is the Sony EX1. It's an amazing camera. It was also a real splurge because it's an expensive camera, but it's a terrific camera, and I've loved using this, and I still do use it. The Canon T2i you can't really use with green screen stuff because it's very hard to key out the green screen when you shoot on one of these Canon DSLR cameras. But the EX1 is perfect for that sort of thing. So whenever I shoot Yeshmen, or really anything in front of the green screen, or some out on the street kind of stuff, some pranks on the street, I will use this camera, which is just a really excellent camera. And I can't recommend it more highly. And you can probably pick one up a little cheaper used right now because DSLRs are the thing. I also have just a wide angle lens adapter that I will often use with this camera. And I have a boom mic. This is an Audio Technica boom mic. It is the AT897. It is just a pretty affordable but really good sounding boom mic, the Audio Technica AT897. So that's what I use for professional video production. This HD stuff replaced what I used to use for standard definition shooting, which I still have because I still use it occasionally, although I think now I've pretty much stopped. This is a really popular camera, or at least it was for years. This is the Panasonic DVX100a. It's got a little tape on it just to keep certain things in position when you're working. I don't use this camera anymore. And in fact, I'm planning on selling it on eBay. This camera actually has pretty low hours, so if you're looking to pick up a good standard definition camera, I shot so many of my early shorts with this camera. The first one I shot was Coming Home. Shot Coming Home with this. Really pretty much all those early shorts were shot with this Panasonic DVX100a. It's an amazing camera. This was about This was about 4,000 bucks new. It was an expensive camera, and now it's worth about 1,000. So if any of you have 1,000 bucks to spare and you want to buy a DVX100a, I will happily sell this to you. Just drop me a line. And this does shoot standard definition, and it shoots on these Panasonic mini DV tapes. So every other camera that I use now is tapeless. This camera still shoots on tapes, which some people prefer. In fact, up until this season, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia was still shot with the DVX100a. It's only this season that they switched to high def. High def. It's hard to speak sometimes. Okay, let's talk about audio. I mentioned that microphone already. Now let's look at some other things I use to record audio. Okay, a lot of people who are shooting with these Canon DSLR cameras are using this for audio. This thing is called the H4n. It's made by Zoom, Z-O-O-M. This is a digital audio recorder. It has excellent sound quality, and it's really, really easy. And I'm just popping it on right now. You may have noticed that when I go and do Comic-Con interviews, I'll put a mic top on top of this, and I'll actually just hold this and interview people as if it is a microphone, and then I'll sync it later. I will use this to record audio whether I'm using the Canon or one of these flip cameras. I'll use this for the audio, and then I sync it in post in Final Cut Pro. The quality on this is really good. In fact, I'll just start recording a little bit right now, and I'll just talk into it just so you can see basically how this sounds, or you can hear how it sounds, versus the mic that you've been listening to on the Canon. It's a world of difference. This is a smaller alternative. This is a little Sony MP3 recorder, which I will plug one of my little microphones into. This is just a little lavalier mic made by Sennheiser. And I will plug this into this little Sony MP3 recorder when I want something very small that I can hide on myself. I will often use this plus the flip camera for a really tiny, easily movable solution of shooting hidden camera and prank videos. The only problem with this is that since it's compressed audio, the sound quality is good enough for YouTube, but it's not perfect, and it doesn't sync up perfectly, meaning that every couple of minutes of audio, it falls behind a few frames. So in post, every couple minutes I have to keep adjusting the audio and cutting the audio and moving it over a couple of frames. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. But it works in a bind, and I have used it many times. The reason I have this little Sennheiser mic, I have a couple of these because I use these wireless Sennheiser Lav mics. This is the transmitter, and this is the receiver. This is for a wireless audio recording. This will work well with the EX1 or the DVX100a cameras, and I do have a couple of these. These are things I've collected over the years, and I remember when we did Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show, we had to get these, and that's also when we got the EX1 camera. So all this stuff has come in handy very much for very specific uses. I also took one of the extra little lav mics that I have, this size, and I hid it inside the cap of a pen. So I can put the pen in my pocket. Basically, you cut a hole behind the pocket in a shirt, and then you feed the pin up, and so the pin just sort of sits there in the pocket, and it looks just like a pin, but really it's a microphone that's this far from my mouth, and it's great recording quality, and it's, you know, people don't know that you have a microphone right there. I actually made a video showing you how to put a microphone in the top of a pen. It's really hard to talk today for some reason. I think I'm just tired. But anyway, if you want to see that video, how to hide a lav mic inside a pen cap, then just click that link right above. And that's basically it. At home, I also use another mic. I have a Sterling audio mic, which is a really good, I think they call it a large diaphragm mic, which is a unidirectional mic facing this way. A lot of people use a Rode mic, R-O-D-E. That's a really popular mic that's just like this. This is the same sort of thing, but this one it sounded really good to me, and it was on sale, so I picked this one up. And this is just a cheap little popper stopper you put right in front of it so your P's don't pop when you're recording audio. And then I have it feeding right through this little M-Audio Audio Buddy. Just a little analog, input which connects this mic and the levels, and it goes right into my computer. And just to protect this mic, I put a sock on it. Just cut up a sock and put that right there. Now, when it comes to software, it's pretty straightforward. I'm a Mac guy. All the stuff I use is Mac, and I find it's the easiest solution as far as audio and video editing. I love Final Cut Pro. This is an amazing program. This is what I'm editing today, is a music video that I'm putting up tomorrow called The Beard Song. Hope you enjoy that. But I use Final Cut Pro for editing. I use After Effects to do some fun, interesting effects. And when you import footage from the Canon T2i or the flip cameras, it's not ready for editing in a Mac yet, so you have to use a little program. This is a little free application called MPEG StreamClip. And you just open up MPEG StreamClip and you drag your files into here and you tell them what you want to convert them to. I usually convert them to Apple ProRes 422 LT, and then I edit that within Final Cut Pro. As far as audio editing and recording, I will often use GarageBand, a free application that comes with Macs, to do music recording and also some basic recording. And then I also like this simple little program, which is pretty cheap, called Sound Studio. I use Sound Studio for audio editing. And that's pretty much it when it comes to software. These are the things that I use the most. So that's it. I hope that this video has been helpful to you. I hope you picked up some good pointers, and let me know if there's some other equipment that you use that you think is really great. I didn't go over a couple things like tripods, and I use a blimp to surround my mic when I shoot outside to cut down on wind noise. I didn't cover some stuff like that, but otherwise this is the basic equipment that I use. I've collected it all over time. I have a few things that I don't use anymore, like the Canon or the Kodak ZI6 is similar to the flip. I just got to use the flip more, and so I don't use this Kodak anymore. So I was going to sell this on eBay too. And that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.